What up guys, Kevin Cage here, hope all is well. Want to get a quick video out before all this swell news starts taking up everybody's newsfeed regarding XRP, and I actually want to talk about another crypto asset that I believe will be rather complementary to the XRP ecosystem. So just so you know, this is not financial advice, this is one man's opinion. Please double check everything, do your own research, and decide for yourselves, and I will do the same. So I want to talk about QNT. I know in old videos I used to brag about me first buying it in late 2018. It is on Bittrex amongst other exchanges, and the weird thing is it's really not on many exchanges. I've heard the CEO kind of address certain things and it gets a little conspiratorial, but nonetheless guys, I believe in this project, and the funny thing is that I ended up buying way more after I started talking to King Solomon, and we were on the phone I think early 2019, maybe even Q1, and I don't know if he'll watch this video or not, or I don't even think I've really ever told him this, but he is responsible for me FOMOing way more into QNT after talking with him and him seeing it also in a variety of documents as well. So just like XRP, obviously a digital asset, native asset on the XRP ledger. And what do we have? Well, we have an interoperability protocol, which is ILP, Interledger Protocol. Notice, Interledger, and for Quant, we have OVERLEDGER. So obviously inter means between ledgers. It's all about interoperability, seamless integration, and bridging, obviously, this fragmented siloed network. With OVERLEDGER, think of OVERLEDGER rather than just a mere protocol like ILP. Think of OVERLEDGER as the OS, the operating system. So really exciting stuff. I'll talk more about this and we'll kind of dive in a little bit. But first, I want to talk about some PayID news with XRP. And just so you guys know, before I go all over the place as always, for QNT, just like XRP, there's so much FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, FUD for any newcomers. And basically there's always, arguments and fear that there's not going to be demand for XRP or QNT or, ADA or any other asset for that matter. And yeah, I mean, there's a good thing that there's fear, uncertainty, and doubt in this ecosystem, because if everybody agreed, the asset would already have high demand, and you know what follows high demand? Obviously, higher price, all right, depending on the tokenomics. And from what I've studied with XRP, I believe in the long-term tokenomics. Obviously, I put my money where my mouth is, and the same thing goes for QNT. There's a lot of FUD and a lot of doubt in this community, but the community is quite well informed and strong and pretty intelligent from what I grasp. So basically, for QNT and tokenomics, some demand includes to access this OVERLEDGER that a lot of groups seem to be using, and we'll talk about some of their partners. This OVERLEDGER operating system is only possible, and you need QNT, Quant, the native token, to actually access this OVERLEDGER operating system. So this QNT, these tokens have to be provided to the Quant network in exchange for this annual license, or AKA, a platform fee as well. Now, you'll tell some people that, and they'll say that they've heard rumors that this amount of Quant is so minuscule, it will have no push on the price of QNT. All of this stuff is just silly. It'll be great technology, but cryptocurrency is never going to appreciate. Well, for me, I highly doubt that, just based off of the market share and demand that I see in existing networks. There are multiplier effects, specifically way beyond just retail holders like you and me. And time will simply tell. And I'm going to keep up with the news and obviously decide if I see good news, I'm going to continue to dollar cost average into this asset amongst others. Whenever I see bad news, I'm not married to XRP, but it is one of my biggest holdings because I cannot ignore what is happening. And if I see bad news, yeah, I'll be ready to get out, but I'm also going to be very intelligent and a little cautious because I'm not going to read news and then sell. I have a portion that I'm just like, this is it. If I lose it, oh well, and I'm holding it for life. And guys, you know my belief, it is all or nothing. And I can tell you one thing, XRP does not seem like it's going to be nothing based off of the behemoths that are building and incorporating it and spending hundreds of millions of dollars even with PayID. So let's talk about some information. Right here, guys, BitPay. I'm sure you've heard the CEO praise XRP. It was like that 1-minute clip. I did see Jana One Trick actually subscribe to her on YouTube as well. She posted the 1-minute clip of the CEO talking very highly of XRP. Obviously, they have a variety of options, but he said the funny thing is, with every other asset, we've had some issues. XRP, we've had the least issues in terms of back-end integrations, use case, payment time, and fees. And obviously, I wonder why. Bitcoin, even Ethereum getting hit with all these congestion fees. I think it's pretty evident which asset is going to be built for payments. All right. So with this PayID initiative right here, guys, one area where improvements could be made is to streamline all the options for online payments. Customers these days have what seems to be an endless variety of options when checking out online. Credit cards, bank accounts, PayPal, Apple Pay, BitPay, Amazon Pay, Visa checkout, Affirm, and on and on and on. So there's all these options, so many choices that consumers are forced to keep up with an endless amount of usernames, passwords, payments addresses, such as a Bitcoin address, a Venmo name or username, PayPal username, Ethereum address, even Cash App, bank accounts, phone addresses, XRP addresses, BUSD for Binance, Libra address, and that's just to name a few. And obviously it's getting more and more fragmented, so that's the problem. Sending money online should be made simple and easy. At BitPay, we believe it can. That's why we've joined the Pay ID initiative. There's over 100 million users overall and over 48 organizations involved right now. That was started by Ripple. So they partnered with Ripple, the company, to remove payment silos, these fragmented ecosystems that require customers to have so many payment credentials. It's messy, it's a waste of time, it's even a waste of, memory and storage. Payments at checkout should be fast, safe, secure, and simple. And I want to show you a video from 2017 from a tech provider that is obviously involved with the clearinghouse of the United States, getting their domestic payment system to be more RTP, real-time payments. So moreover, a standard payment process should work across any payment network in anywhere using a simple, easy to remember payment ID or identifier that's built for all, not just for one particular payment company, service, even a digital asset. They're allowing everything to thrive, not just XRP, any asset that solves that specific use case. So it's not going to just be XRP, it's not just going to be Bitcoin, it's not going to be CBDCs, I'll tell you that much. It's going to be a variety of assets, and those that interoperate are going to survive. Until I see otherwise, I will continue to believe that. This is the internet of value, not small value. All right. So right here, wanted to point this out. So we know Ripple partner Temenos, one of the largest banking softwares, have 3,000 customers. Yes, they've integrated Ripple with the help of Blues Altitude Gateway and Deloitte, one of the big four. And notice that they are powering this new Swiss digital bank in 2020. We know Switzerland is a lot friendlier in terms of jurisdiction and innovation. We know that Chris Larsen named Switzerland as one of the countries as well to potentially move Ripple to. I think it's way more likely to move to the UK as well. But yeah, Singapore would be great. Any country for that matter. I mean, besides the United States, regarding the actual innovation and specific framework and guidelines. All right, so hopefully it'll, set a spark under the United States to start regulating with clarity, not just more rules. So as the bank's CEO and founder, he says Temenos will use its cloud technology, remember, RippleNet is cloud available now, and also partnered with groups like Currency Cloud to help the bank launch promptly and provide a reliable trading and banking experience to the clients. So a trading platform, very, very interesting. Notice we can see just one multi-currency account in excess over 50 financial markets. Welcome to the future. All right. Next, RTP Real-Time Payment Network reaches 56% of US checking account holders. Pay attention to this, guys. Remember, we have to fix international payments, but believe it or not, the domestic payments are going to get faster as well. Even if it's just 1 day or even 2 hours, it will approach near real time. And then next after that is, of course, fees. So the operator of US-based clearing network that settles more than $2 trillion daily, that's a lot. I can think of another group that does that, Volante, integrated with Ripple, with Volpay and the Ripple module. Wink, wink, reported in a press release that banks that hold 70% of the nation's checking accounts now have access to real-time payments. If you guys have paid attention to all of the banks, they've been doing this for maybe the last year and a half. I've been at least noticing updates on the app and in the back store. So RTP is becoming a thing. Now, whether or not you want to believe the potential of XRP having a use case with FedNow or a domestic use case, that's up to you. I'm not going to say it can't happen, and I'm not going to say it will happen. I just have an open mind, and I'm watching all of this play out. So right here, the clearinghouse, guys, a 167-year-old banking association, and payments company owned by the largest commercial banks, and a lot of them are RippleNet as well, announced instant payments now reach 56% of all US account holders connected to the RTP platform. Very big. Now, just to name a few, as we know, if you want to go to theclearinghouse.org, we can go right here. And I've shown you this a million times, so I'm not even going to explain the partners because I always do. So right here, ACI Worldwide, RippleNet, CGI, RippleNet, Finastra, RippleNet, Volante, RippleNet, We can talk about connections to Fiserv, FIS, bottom line, all of them. All right, so pay close attention. Feel free to look into these. You can just go to theclearinghouse.org and you can look under technology providers. You can look at participants, and obviously we can go on and on about some connections as well here, like MUFG, PNC, you name it. All right. Next up, want to show you this clip. This is from Fiserv. Now, this is in 2017. I just really like what they say about money being just an idea. It's about I'm going to play 16 seconds to 1 minute and 18 seconds. Just listen up.
Money is more than currency. Money is an idea. With the movement of money comes growth, prosperity, progress. With the management of money comes opportunity, possibility, freedom. When money moves, it improves our lives. It improves our economies. It makes dreams doable and ideas possible. Smartphones, smart laptops, smart screens, smart homes. Billions of people and connected devices. Will our money keep up with us? Will the information we need to make smarter decisions be there too? Will it be fast enough? Accessible enough? Smart enough? Secure enough? It has to. That's why there's Fiserv.
So very interesting, obviously, focusing on security, which is obviously something with DLT and everybody's working on, makes me think of things and initiatives like PolySign. It's thinking of accessibility. So obviously, I think interoperability is important through a variety of ledgers and payment networks like INTERLEDGER, and OVERLEDGER being an operating system that allows them to communicate. Now, I'm watching a lot of groups and trying to pay attention to what's going on as best as I can, and I'm aware that I have a narrow scope in the scheme of things. I'm only one man, and hopefully we can all put this together. We're all just another puzzle piece that makes this picture complete. So all perspectives do matter, even if we don't always agree. That's just the truth. And I'm excited to watch this. So remember, Fiserv, I believe I Am Legion has some great connections between them, Ripple, and a lot of other things regarding digitalization. So it should be no surprise. All right, so I kind of ranted about OVERLEDGER, talked about QNT. Obviously, do not rush to go buy an asset that I talk about on this channel. You guys know where I stand. And just so you know, and you can, kind of laugh and, put your eyebrows up, but I will not be buying any more QNT unless I see it, let's say, under $7. And if it happens, I will purchase. If it doesn't, I'm fine. My bags are packed. All right. Now, this is a definite follow right here. This guy, Dread Bongo, so Dread, B-O-N-G, and then 0. Open Digital Asset Protocol by members from not only Quant Network, and of course they have a reputable team, MIT. Now, whenever I see MIT, I think, of course, XRP with the XRP validator. I also think, obviously, Algorand, and I will be doing a video shortly on Algorand in depth as well, kind of comparing that between some other assets such as Ethereum. We know there's been a bunch of Ethereum killers that have been, proclaimed Ethereum killers, and we're still in the early phase before true utility, so we will simply see. For now, I think Ethereum is here to stay. It is a behemoth. We have hundreds of thousands of projects on it, and we're so early, so my speculation really doesn't mean much. All right, so this ODAP, Open Digital Asset Protocol by members from MIT and Quant. So ODAP is intended for describing assets held on distributed ledgers in an open and interoperable format, session negotiation and message passing between gateways connecting disparate blockchain systems. So remember, disparate, not like for like, not the same kind per se. So all these blockchain ecosystems, even if blockchain is just that umbrella word, some might just be DLT networks, they're all going to, interoperate and communicate. So, just right here, I believe it even says, unlocking the true potential of DLT at a single stroke. We know that Avalanche, and I talk about AVAX, A-V-A-X, hopefully I'm saying that right, Ava, with Ava Labs, I believe. They're talking about bridging and getting all of these illiquid assets into DLT, and that is approximately $800 trillion waiting to be freed and become liquid when liquidity develops. So just like this video that I showed you of Fiserv talking about money moving fast, it allows us to do great things, blah, 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 blah. I believe in Jevons paradox, tomato, tomato. I believe that when money moves faster, we're not going to need to send less money because it's fast. Our demand is going to increase with the new capability. So I'm going to start really emphasizing this in the next few videos because I want people to understand the payment volumes that you see today, and then you do your math and you pretend market cap has a place with crypto, even though it's a silly metric to utilize for an asset class that's going to swallow all other asset classes, that should stick to the stock market and equities market for valuations. This is the future, and I believe that Javon's paradox will come to be with not only XRP but a variety of assets and a variety of anything really, and any phenomena in economics for that matter. All right. So now what's interesting here, we already ranted about connecting all these, ecosystems, interoperating multiple DLTs and legacy systems. So it's not only allowing the new technology, but also the old information, the old infrastructure to communicate and migrate to the new stuff, to be that bridge, so to speak, quickly, easily, and cost effectively. The key, by removing barriers to interoperation, it allows you to create a whole new world of possibility. Public and permissionless blockchains. We have enterprise permission blockchains. So we have the private groups here. We have this. Maybe some will have public, accessibility on some of these blockchains. In others, you'll need, a security key to access sensitive information. Maybe you're a project manager on a certain type of project and only your team should access it. That's what they'll do. They'll protect it. They'll encrypt it a certain way. This is the future. All right. Now, what's most interesting is even right here, and it should be no surprise, they mention on these gateway level accesses, we have HSBC API.overledger.hsbc.com. Remember, HSBC is also a paid RippleNet customer. We have, Chris Larson is on the board of HSBC. We have Marcus Treacher with a background from HSBC and Swift. So all these people are highly connected. Same thing for the CEO of Quant and, of course, the founder of Algorand. All of these people are highly connected and very intelligent. So we are early. I'm excited to see what this means, and I would not be surprised one bit if HSBC was working with them, has been working with them for years. We're in the early game, so I'm excited to see what comes of this, and QNT, to me, is another project that is a long hold and something to keep an eye on. And last but not least, also, I don't know why I keep saying Javon's paradox. It is pronounced Jevon's paradox. My apologies. I'll still do it in future videos, guaranteed. The IMF, International Monetary Fund, the BIS, the central bank for central banks or of central banks, the World Bank, the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Germany, France, Italy, Japan, so a variety of countries, will establish official standards for issuing, regulating, and banking with national digital currencies. Yep, we're used to these articles, but again, thank you, XRP Crypto Wolf. This man never sleeps, works so hard. I am just personally sick of all of these regulatory bodies, these countries telling us about their frameworks and then showing us maps that are still 5 years out. So I'm sure you guys get that frustration. And I, for one, know this digital Cold War cannot last much longer. And yes, I'm aware that XRP is a bridge asset. It doesn't matter if it is bridging fiat currency or a CBDC, central bank digital currency, It doesn't matter. But the funny thing is this: when all of these governments start really producing central bank digital currencies, they're fully issued, and truly make that full migration and go 100% digital more so, what I will see is all of these groups realizing that CBDCs still did not solve all of the issues that XRP can, and yet they will still need it because there's still an issue with the pre-funded accounts globally. And of course, there's so many other issues with this. You can try your best to solve trust, counterparty risk, finite supply, whatever you see fit. But at the end of the day, guys, certain digital assets are going to be key to unlocking the internet of value. And in my opinion, XRP is just but one of them. All right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.